about everybody else?
That's what we're doing. That's why we're doing this while we're eating. It's a dinner show.
I'm gonna go sit over here so I can see.
Here's the mic. Come sit.
MOD.
Wait a minute, I gotta move my chair.
Testing. Okay.
Excuse me.
Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
We have any Italians here tonight?
Yes.
The only reason why I asked that question is that there might be, some of my comments might have some Italian words in it.
Oh, jeez.
So if I were to use an Italian word in a sentence, I just want to make sure everybody understands what I'm saying.
We'll translate, don't worry.
If I tell you that I'm here tonight to roast my friends cogliones, does everybody know what that is?
His ears.
Okay, good. Happy about that. Alrighty. Let me put my glasses on. They say that this is the first thing to go, you know. But I was talking to Fran, and she told me, she said, unfortunately, it was the second thing for Blaze.
Starting out real good.
I'm not really a comedian by any stretch, but anyway. So it's my pleasure to be here tonight to help roast my old buddies cogliones, as I mentioned. I met Blaze somewhere around 1964, 1965. I was just a mere toddler, and he was just graduating high school at the time. He is much older than I am, so. And we both grew up in the Bronx and enjoyed playing sports together and watching the Yankees. At least I did, anyway. Speaking of the Yankees, I'm really insulted that I never heard from Blaze to congratulate me when the Yankees won the World Series recently. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. A little late. Well, this just confirms my suspicions about his allegiance to the Yankees. Whenever Camille and I visit Blaze and Fran, Blaze is always greeting us at the door with a Yankee hat on his head. Like I didn't know that he was never really a Yankee fan, that his allegiance has always been with the California Angels. Of all teams. Anyway, who you kidding? All right. You didn't really fool me at any time, Blaze. Anyway, getting back to playing sports together, one of my earliest recollections was of us bowling together. I remember that, Blaze, unfortunately, I remember that you weren't a great bowler. As a matter of fact, you were a downright lousy bowler. You were so bad that many times you threatened to throw your bowling ball in the Bronx River. I remember those days. And your lack of sports prowess also extended to the softball diamond, unfortunately. I was unfortunate to be a part of his team, which we called the Inmates. And believe it or not, I have one of our shirts from our old team back in 1971. And
Oh, Jesus.
That's his baby clothes. When he was born, his mother.
anyway, this was a shirt that I wore back in 1971. But again, I told you guys I was much younger than Blaze. I was just a mere toddler at the time.
Yeah, that was your toddler.
And
This was our team shirt.
this was our team shirt. Okay.
Yeah, tell him who bought it for you.
But I,
Go ahead. You want to add something?
we were at a softball game, and believe it or not, when the local cops seen these shirts, they had about 3 squad cars coming out. We had to show them that the serial numbers are all the same.
Okay. Anyway, needless to say, now that you've seen the shirt, the name alone ought to tell you something about the composition of our team. We were a team of misfits. We didn't win many games either. Then again, we were mostly Italians, known for being great lovers and not necessarily great ball players.
Oh, yeah?
I had the challenging task of trying to put the best players at each position. In Blaze's case, since he didn't excel at any position, I had a hell of a time hiding him somewhere where he would hurt the team the least.
on the bench.
It's because of that Blaze became my Mr. Utility on our team. And he was recognized at our end of season beer party with the Phil Linz Award. Now those of you that may be Yankee fans dating back to the 60s might remember Phil Linz. He wasn't known for, he was a utility man for the Yankees back then, but he wasn't really known for his ball playing ability. He had better ability in playing the harmonica. So, but I'll tell you more about that later. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Blaze for attending the pre-Cana conferences on my behalf while I was away in boot camp back in 1970. Those Catholics out there might remember those pre-Cana conferences. We were required to go there and meet with the priest and some other couples that would tell us about how great it is to be married and other things. So we all know how meticulous and detailed and organized Blaze is, so I couldn't have asked for anyone better to represent me and to take good notes at all these sessions. Unfortunately, he got a little carried away. I remember receiving a package in boot camp from Blaze shortly after the conferences ended that had explicit diagrams of the male and female reproductive organs, accompanied by a detailed report that eventually led to the words, insert figure A into figure B and do push push. I'm not kidding, folks. He really said those words. Blaze, I just want you to know that I would have never made it to my honeymoon if it wasn't for you and all those instructions, buddy. I do appreciate it. Oh, well. We had a great time together, no question. In closing, I just wanted to, in recognition of your retirement, I'd like to leave you with a few mementos of our years of friendship. First of all, I'd like to present you with a hat that depicts your true allegiance to the California Angels. So now you can wear that. After all these years, you can wear that when we come to visit. Okay, there it is.
At least you won't be a liar.
Secondly, I want to present you with a harmonica, okay, with instructions so that you know that you'll always be remembered as my Mr. Utility on our inmates softball team. Okay. And finally, a special gift. Many of you might know that Blaze and Fran accompanied my wife and I to Alaska about 5 years ago. Blaze enjoyed the trip so much that he said he would like to go back someday. And in preparation for that trip, I thought that this special gift would come in handy, for those very cold nights in Alaska. We always go prepared with our proper clothing and everything, but there's always something that's never really taken care of. So that you will be well protected, I just wanted to present you with a Peter Parker. And I just want to thank Fran for helping me with the size. I wasn't quite sure, so she chipped in.
Tell them who made it.
Yeah, my wife put this together last night, by the way.
Thanks, Camille.
And it didn't fit. Anyway, one last thing I just thought about, Blaze, that we wanted to present to you. I have a little note here I'd like to read to you first from this special individual here. I wasn't able to make it yet tonight.